So, MrBeast investigation update. They're hiring a new CEO because Beast had to step down amid controversy. And then they've decided after this investigation came out regarding the Ava Tyson stuff. Well, here, let me read it. So this is his big statement. A 3-month investigation into allegations regarding my company has concluded. The law firm investigators reviewed millions of documents, messages, and conducted 39 interviews. I was asked to refrain from making public statements to enable a detailed and unbiased investigation. Below are their conclusions. Okay, so there's 2 pages, short pages. This is via email. Board of Directors, As you know, in July, MrBeast LLC engaged Quinn Emanuel, conducting a verbal investigation, specific allegations at your discretion. So, okay, this isn't by this law firm, Quinn Emanuel. This is a summary written of it, I think, to the board of directors. And it outlines in a very, very short, it's very short. Let's see, they conducted 39 interviews, over 4.5 million documents. The collaboration and cooperation sought at the outset were achieved throughout this process. Quinn Emanuel thoroughly investigated all public allegations, yada, yada, yada. Moving on. This is it. The investigation produced the following significant findings. Allegations of sexual misconduct between company employees and minors are without basis. The allegations were soundly rejected, including by alleged victims. This can't be true. Like, what about the girl who came out, who was like Ava's assistant?
Right.
Like, I've done my own investigation based on the available
public information.
Yeah. Allegations of the company knowingly employing individuals with proclivities or history towards illegal or questionable legal conduct are similarly without basis. Here, too, the allegations were uniformly rejected. Several isolated instances of workplace harassment and misconduct were identified during the investigation. The company was informed of such misconduct and took swift and appropriate action to address the incidents, including, where necessary, discipline or letting go of implicated individuals. That's basically it.
That's it. There ain't nothing to see here, is what they said.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
So, Mike, this concludes our investigation. Remain available if you need to follow up. Truly yours, Alex Spiro. So is that the sense I was getting is this isn't from the lawyer. This is what I would like to see is actually the investigation, not a summary. I want to see what the fuck did they actually find.
Right.
Like, release that. What is this weird press release that says we did nothing wrong?
It's really bizarre and doesn't do anything.
Well, they at the end, they go, so yes, there were isolated incidents of harassment, okay, and misconduct. Okay, what? What was it? I don't know. It seems a little too seems like bullshit, I'll be honest.
Pretty clean.
Yeah, it seems like bullshit.
We know it's bullshit because of all the shit that's public. The group chats.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the group chats, the assistant, Ava's assistant.
That one pedophile that was hired.
Right, that guy who's like yeah.
So we know there's things. And so in that case, the people who did the investigations did a shitty job.
Or they're not characterizing it fairly.
Right, that's possible too.
If you cared about transparency, you would release the entire investigation for people to read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would read that, There's a community, The second finding is incorrect. MrBeast hired Delaware as a manager despite knowing he was a registered sex offender. Do they know that he knew? This is his statement, I guess, according to him. Yeah.
He blew it.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. So that's basically what all that amounted to. It's just this. But then something new came up.
Well, no, actually, the bottom of this has a pretty significant. So they say that nothing is wrong, but then all those bullet points where they're listing the next steps is.
All right, so let me read these.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to read all this shit. Here's what they're doing. Sending a clear message regarding tone to the top. Let me read this paragraph. As you all know, the company has grown exceedingly quickly from YouTube. It is not uncommon that policies and practices essential in a mature company would lag behind commercial success. This appears to have been the case here and has, in certain instances, allowed for inappropriate conduct. They say it didn't happen, but it did happen, only isolated, but we won't say what it was.
Right.
It is clear that the company is committed to remedying historical issues and creating a mature culture where problematic behavior are not tolerated as it enters this new phase. The company has already implemented or is in the process of implementing changes to ensure a safe and professional corporate culture day moving forward. These include sending a clear message regarding tone at the top, like, sorry, unpack that. What do we need the top to know? What's their tone
That
been?
seems like weird lawyer speak for just like whoever is running the company is gonna take more explicit control of like training and HR matters and stuff.
Sounds like they're setting.
The next one is the most important one.
Hiring a new CEO, Chief People Officer. I've never heard of that. CPO and General Counsel, and soon to be hired Chief Finance. Wait, hold on. They don't have General Counsel.
Sounds like no.
And soon to be hired CFO. What's significant about that to you?
The fact that they're hiring a new CEO. The CEO of the company is Jimmy.
Yeah, but we knew that.
But that's what I'm saying is like that I don't think that we did know that, and that's kind of big news that was just kind of slipped in here, that he is basically stepping down of running the company.
It's pretty normal, I'd say, for a company like this.
Well, especially where it's like a combination. He's like the talent and the owner or whatever. He's still probably going to be the president or whatever, like have some other title.
Yeah, he shouldn't be CEO though. Implementing mandatory corporate training for all employees. That's so crazy they weren't doing that. Developing new policies codified in an employee. They don't have a handbook?
You got to have a handbook, dude.
No, you do. You actually
got to
do.
have a handbook.
They don't have all the PR videos?
We had to do all that
Yeah, we
shit.
had to watch David Schwimmer sexually harass somebody.
Dude, whose idea was it to put Ross as the sexual harasser in the PR videos?
It's crazy ass video.
Hopefully they paid well for that.
Yeah, I mean,
In the role of a lifetime.
It's just the fact that it was David Schwimmer was so weird.
Yeah, we are a small company and we had to do all this shit. And we had to make a handbook and do all this stuff. Like,
Right.
It's kind of crazy they don't have that.
Oh, and people are pointing out that the previous CFO was his mom.
Really? That's a little unprofessional.
Yeah.
Me and my mother will be running this company.
But I mean, this is like this seems like this is pretty big news. Like he is at least in part giving up.
Jimmy,
control
it's
of his
time.
company.
It's time to let your mom step aside.
Well, their financials seem to be doing pretty well, so I don't know. Maybe she is good at that shit.
True. Establishing an anonymous reporting mechanism hotline for employees, swiftly terminating individuals who violated company policy regarding their position or level within the company. What the fuck happened? Identifying additional employees for targeted training, executive coaching to address professionalism and compliance with company policy. This officially concludes our investigation. That's it.
people in chat are saying they did have a handbook and it's vile.
Wait, their handbook got
I don't think
leaked?
that was
Yeah.
it was really. I know what they were talking about that document that we saw that was
Right.
very obviously written by Jimmy, and it was just like,
Oh yeah.
here we're into grind culture. If you don't want to work, then you can fuck off.
Wait, I didn't read that.
We talked about it on
No,
the
that's
show.
that. I don't know if that qualifies as a handbook.
Yeah.
That sounds like a sue me book.
Yeah, it says this is not a rule book in like the first page.
Right. Yeah.
I think handbook definitionally is written by lawyers and like all that shit.
No shot. People are saying his mom was a prison warden. That
I
is
think I heard that.
So on the nose for the guy that.
Or she
fucking-
did accounting for a prison. I don't know if she wasn't like head of the prison.
Okay. A warden. Yeah. Warden is.
That's like law
the
enforcement.
person who runs it.
Yeah.
That's like the top.
No.
She was in the army for 21 years. I'm seeing
Ooh.
MrBeast's mom.
Ooh.
Oh, you said,
Don't
ooh,
tell
I thought you said
Frogan.
who.
Oh my God, it's Donald Trump. All right, so that's that. Okay, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's a bullshit explanation here.